Hey guys, welcome back, and today we'll be continuing a review on Journey into Mystery Thor run. So what we are basically doing is picking up classic Thor stories and then reviewing them. So if you like contents like this, make sure you sub to the channel. I'll give you a second to do just that, so have at it. And so this story picks up with Donald Blake and Jane Foster attending to a patient, and after that they sought to leave. But what was kind of established here is Donald Blake, he likes Jane Foster, but having the courage to tell her is the problem. He thinks he's kind of lame, and so telling Jane Foster about his feelings might even push Jane Foster away and away from him, and that's why he's holding back and he'll take his chances like that, not knowing Jane Foster don't care about none of that. She doesn't even care about his lameness or whatever he feels is wrong with him. She just wants him to man up and approach her and basically be the man. But while Thor has been gone on his so-called vacation, I'll put a link down in the description below, and if you want to check it out, you can go there and check it out. That's in Journey into Mystery issue number 83, where Thor found, where Donald Blake found a stick, smashed it up, became Thor, and then saved the world from an alien invasion, a so-called vacation. But while he was on a vacation, a pro-communist government stood up against a democratic government, and their leader is a very ruthless one, and a lot of people have been injured, so they wanted doctors to volunteer in order to go to San Diablo, where these shenanigans are happening, in order for the doctors to cure the injured and the sick. And Donald Blake, being one of the righteous doctors that he is, a doctor with a cane, he volunteers to go to San Diablo in order to help the sick, not knowing that Jane Foster too has agreed to go there. And whilst they were on the boat going, Donald Blake, he was worried about the fact that there may be troubles on the way to San Diablo, and he is worried especially about Jane Foster. And Jane Foster was like, come on, we are just doctors going to help the sick, like what's the worst thing that can happen to us? And then just started popping out of nowhere, looking forward to sinking the ship. Talk about the worst thing that could happen. And so while everyone was basically worried looking at them, Donald Blake just snagged into one of these alleys and then smashed his cane, and we know what happens. The Thor came back and he flew into action and then started blowing aircrafts off, like he was crashing them with little to no efforts. And the people were amazed. They were like, look there, bird, a flying man, he's smashing everything up, like, yeah, go for them, go, go, go. He wasn't killing no one though, he was just smashing the jets, leaving them with the option to eject and escape, and like keep them safe while still thwarting their mission. And the way this dude is using the armor, like creating air pockets and all that kind of things, he was for someone who has held the hammer for just like a week, this dude really paid attention to class in Thor Tuesdays, I think. But after he was done stopping them, his best possible guess to change himself into Donald Blake was to jump into the undersea and then change himself into Dr. Donald Blake and then swim upwards and then ask for help, which is funny, but it helped. And so they grabbed him out of the water and was like, so why did you end up in the sea? I was like, okay, so out of the excitement I went overboard, and yeah, and that's where we are now. And Jane Foster was like, okay, so you didn't see that handsome dude that was smashing the jets around? Damn, he was cute. And this is when we saw first the executioner, who was named executioner just for the fact that you tried to oppose him and then he sent you to the war and then you dead. And right now he was sending someone's father to the war just for the fact that it was his men that were sent to sink the ship that the doctors were coming in, and they failed. So it's funny how you'll be sent to sink a ship full of doctors and you feel like, I mean, it's understandable, but trying to kill the person who wasn't even part of the action is a little bit stupid. But come on, let's roll it. And right after they took the dude to the wall, the doctors arrived to the city, and all measures were taken to stop them. And I mean, whilst they were crossing, they were even being shot at. A Thor appeared from nowhere and then created a rainstorm which blinded only the soldiers and left his people pass. Like, I mean, they even brought in tanks, like 2 tanks. Thor uprooted a tree and then used 1 tank and then smashed it onto the other, and he destroyed everything. He destroyed all the tanks. But while he was having fun, he told the doctors to get out of there and stay safe. And Jane Foster was stubborn. She stood around. I don't know, maybe she thinks Thor is cute. But when she was caught, she was used as a leverage to ask Thor to leave, and Thor just went around the bushes and smashed down his hammer and then turned back to Donald Blake and then came back again, which wasn't a good idea because he came back and was commanding people left and right, like, this is my nurse, you gotta let her go, I command you. Like, come on, don't go to a Navy camp and start commanding people left and right like that. And so his stick was taken and then he was sent to the firing squad. He was sent to the war basically. But with Jane Foster having affection for Donald Blake, she asked the executioner to stop, and the executioner gave her choices like, you either marry me or he meets the wall. But Donald Blake was there and was like, damn, I'll be damned to let that happen. And he called the executioner on the fight, like him being a coward, by sending him to the war. Like, if he were to be a man, he would fight him one-on-one. And when the executioner approached him, he was like, so you need a stick in order to beat me? And when the executioner tossed the stick, he grabbed it and was like, gotcha. And they smashed it on the ground and then turned into Thor. But with the lightning that came with it, they were blinded, and so they didn't see how it happened. And they were like, where's that skinny little dude? And when Thor came out, he started destroying everything, like destroying their tent. And when they were running towards the volcano, he caused the volcanic eruption, and like at this point all hope was lost for them. And so the executioner grabbed their money and then tried to flee, but he was caught right on the wall. And so he met the same fate that he sent other people to. And after everything was done, Thor was nowhere to be found, and there was Donald Blake. And so after everything, Jane Foster asked Donald Blake where he was when everything was going down, and this dude told her, your crush, someone you like. He told her he was hiding behind the wall, like that's the safest place one could be. And so that's where he was, man. Voila. So if you like this video, make sure you like it, and if you don't, I mean, why not? That's your thumbs down right there. And make sure you subscribe to the channel, because I won't be doing bad videos like this all the time. Things are going to get better, so subscribe to the channel, and peace.